Hello, my name is Claire Michelle. I pretend to know what I'm doing, and in today's episode, we are going to be playing City Skylines and specifically building a farm area, a very rural, sort of calm area. I'll get into it. If you like this episode, if you like who I am, click the subscribe button, click the like button, and I don't know if you noticed, but I got some problems. We don't have any electricity. We're low on some water. We're low on some sewage, and I got a bunch of people Facebook messaging me. Oh man, all the problems. All right, let's solve the little things as always, and then I will be back with you momentarily. Okay, so we took care of pretty much everything. We got rid of the power problems that we had by placing a couple more of these in the water. Still really digging how this line is looking. I mean, it's fine. I would like to have it more connected with things, but I think once the other side kind of fills in, it'll look a little bit more put together. We fixed some water issues, and I don't know if you saw what was happening when I put the three down over here on their own, but all of a sudden all the water started sucking in, and it was creating this pocket. So I spaced them out a little bit because it's probably not a good thing for the water to have happen, but there's no more water problems. And then finally we had some sewer issues. Now this is the issue. I don't know, I peeked at the overview map here. And I've been really trying to get this area kind of cleaned up. I can't do anything. I'm at the border. So I would love to get this one right here over here, but obviously can't do that either. So I'm kind of limited right now, and this one right here is just filler. It solved the sewer issue, but it's not necessarily what I'm hoping it could be. So in due time, this area will be a little bit cleaner, a little bit bigger as well, to kind of accommodate some of the water services that the city needs. Finally, I went over here. Yay, went over here. And I found this little asset, totally kind of by accident. I mean, I installed it a long time ago, but I found it by accident because I forgot it. And I put this little baseball diamond in there. I am in America. A couple of you were saying something about the grid system that I don't use in my cities. So I just had to put a little baseball diamond here with a little park, and I thought it was kind of nice. Plus, it's going to spruce up this area and kind of create a higher higher quality of housing in this area. And then last but not least, I've been thinking about the metro. There's another the transit systems in the whole thing, and I started to build some pathways and walkways in between some of this more suburban areas, this one being the most prominent because it goes to the high school there. But there's still some areas to do. I know the library. I did the library as well. It's gonna stay there. All right, now we have the farm area. So this area, okay, here's a story. So I grew up in a very, very small farming community. And when I mentioned in the last episode that this area kind of looked a little familiar, it got me thinking about some stuff. It's I wonder how I could replicate some of the areas that I grew up in. Because out the back door was the back 40. That's what we called it. It was huge. We would tromp around in the field as kids and have a good time. So I'm thinking I'm gonna get some inspiration from my hometown for this. And let's see what happens. see how it evolves. I'm excited for this one. All right, I think we got a good start. So I really like the way that I constructed this. I was really thinking of the traffic because as you saw, as I was working on this, there were a ton of trucks coming in. And so I'm trying to figure out the best way to keep them moving, to keep them stopping or to avoid this traffic jam. So I really wanted one way in, one way out, because the more entrances that you have, the more those trucks are gonna start clogging up other places of your traffic. So my goal, my intention was to help anybody who needed to get on the highway quickly get off and go, right? We needed them to go. And then on top of that, to avoid any sort of traffic jams on this main Smith Street right here, which is why Lewis Street right there exists. So I'm really liking this. I only have 1 star right now at the moment, as this industry is going to start to increase. We're gonna expand the Fenton Farms out this way even more. And then this is all just gonna be farmland right here. Over on this side is gonna be more like animal products or just different, essentially just different farms. I'm essentially going to create this entire section right here as this giant farm area. Each one is gonna have its own different specialization, and they're all gonna be called something different. So if you wanna leave a comment down below on what you think each one of these specializations, I think there's gonna be 4 of them total. One's kind of everything gets laid out. But yeah, what do you think they should all be called? I actually don't even have any names for the city or anything like that yet. It's just Wolf Creek, as far as I'm concerned. All right, so let's see here. Oh man, we got some people dying over here. That's not good. Let's check in on that.
Astrologists report that a devastating meteor will strike the city in the near future. Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
I paused. I paused. Okay. All right. So we got total, I literally just was let's check out this depth wave going over here. Meteor. Okay, so I have a shelter. I don't have many, but I got one. So let's put down a second one so these people can survive. I don't know where. This is so nerve-wracking. Okay, so here is where I got some security stuff. So there is definitely some radar towers. There are, okay, so it's not very big. It's 1.4. Oh, and it's gonna hit over here. Ooh, I just built that area. So I don't want anybody to die over here. So let's get some quick shelter areas in here. Yeah, why not? Let's just make it a large one. Okay, so we got that one going. Is there anything that we can do to make this easier for this area? Let's just observe. Here we go. Hoping and praying. Got the evacuation routes ready, and no, not the highway.
A meteor strike has occurred. Avoid the impact site and head to shelter if any is available.
That's not so bad. You know, sometimes it's awful, but in the grand scheme of things, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. I mean, let's assess. So it's a very small crater. It's on the side of a hillside, so it's pretty easy to fix. I mean, really, I think it just destroyed a small little road. We killed it. We didn't need to over prepare. Next time we'll just let them die. That's easy. I'm so glad it didn't hit this highway though. I was like singing the tunnel and I'm like, that took me so long to do. But it didn't. So everything's fine. And of course my favorite part, where are the doggos? Look at the doggo! That's my favorite. Go doggo! Found somebody! Yay! Oh, the doggos are my favorite. Good job, doggos. Cool. Let's go back to the farm and let the emergency services take care of this. All right, so maybe that was a bad idea. I gotta fix these roads. I can't go back to the farm area yet. Oh God, look at all the traffic that's starting up. I thought that the emergency services took care of that. I guess they don't. Yeah, that's okay. So now these people are moving again. Perfect. Those areas are getting rebuilt. Beautiful. We're gonna leave this crater here for a while. It's doing fine, but wow. Look at how quickly that backed up. The second that road was like gone, all those cars got backed up. So that tells me two things. One, this intersection works really well because I've never seen a backup on this intersection before. And two, that if anything is competing with this intersection, it's not gonna be great for anybody involved. So that's good to know that I can't mess with this intersection in the slightest. All right, now for real, let's go back to the farm. Oh my God, I can't even leave. I can't even leave the area. As I keep scrolling over, I'm like, look at all the people that are dying in the city. They're dying and they're sick. And now I don't have any elementary school available. I don't know why that dropped so quickly. No high school. What is going on? What happened? 1 minute everything was fine and the next everything is trashed. Oh, cause wait a minute. Release all citizens? I wonder if that had something to do with it. Okay, that solved it. Okay, so, the school system was because people were in the shelter, which doesn't really make sense, but I guess it kind of does. And number two, the death wave. So, for death care, yeah, we are pushing some things. Let's get some death care going. I haven't been paying attention to this one. All right, so let's fix this. That's a lot of people. That is a lot of people. Wow, did you see how many there were? I've never seen that many people in one place in City Skylines. And I realized that they were all coming from the shelter. Wow, that's a lot of people. Oh my God. All right. Well, all the crematoriums are taken care of. Detailed them just a little bit here and there. This area here is fine. It'll do just fine, Pig. That'll do. And this area here, we're slowly ramping it up. So back to the farm. I got some detailing work to do in this area, and I think that's just gonna be about it for this episode. If you like this episode, please subscribe, and let's wrap up the farm area today. So fun fact, if you're a city dweller like me and you might not know the reason why I'm putting a bunch of trees on the outside of this field. Well, when you have a bunch of fields like this without any trees in them, well, this is how you can get giant windstorms or dust storms, hashtag the giant dust bowl. And so these trees, what they're called is they're wind barriers. So they act as wind barriers, so that way when the wind starts coming through, the trees grab it and then they don't start taking away all the crops. So when you're making rural farms or anything like that, if you don't have any trees, well, your farms aren't looking very realistic. There's one thing that I do know, it's that the farms should be realistic, because they bug me if they're not, but everything else in the city, well, I mean, I don't know all of it. Have you seen my traffic lines? Oh God. Okay, so we are done. We have wrapped it. We've got this farm industry all looking nice and pretty. And as this area starts to get more and more, look at it's actually really close already. Look at that, we're almost at level 2. So next episode, we're gonna explore what the level 2 farm stuff has. I imagine that we're gonna get some industry related like buildings specifically for the farm, which will be nice. That's what's going right in this pocket right here. And then on top of that, we're also going to build the residential section in this area, because if you've noticed, I finally hit that sweet spot now where the industrial demand is declining and the residential demand is inclining. There we go, got those words out. So that's next episode. We are going to handle a new downtown section right here. And I also noticed a cool little helicopter pad, which we're gonna try to incorporate somewhere into the city as well. All right, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching. And if you appreciate this video, please click the subscribe button, share this video, share the series with your friends, and stick around. I've got a couple series that I'm working on right now, and they'll be interesting. They're gonna be some interesting stuff. I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm at 20,000 people and I'm starting to get some lag happening already. The lag fest is here, folks. All right, take care, goodbye.